Because I know you got to go. So I know you're not going to work like that.
No, 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 no.
All right. So let's talk about when a person is, what is like, I'm gonna ask you the question, but basically I want to talk about when people come institutionalized. Have you
Yeah.
seen people who are institutionalized when you're incarcerated? What were some of the signs that people were institutionalized, and how did you avoid becoming institutionalized?
I avoided becoming institutionalized by thinking outside the box. A lot of people become institutionalized because they followers. They followers, bro. You got to lead your own path. And you know, institutionalized means that you're gonna continue to be the same way and do the same thing, whether you're in prison or you're out of prison. There's people that are institutionalized that get released and they still asking people for money for commissary. They
Mm,
still asking people for things. They still
mm,
don't want to get a job because there was a full orderly in the compound, the housing unit. So now they want to be an orderly out here. So they're not gonna work because they can't be an orderly. That's being institutionalized. They still want people to give them everything. You know, they still want people to put the food on the table for them. They don't want to sacrifice. And you know, that's the worst thing you could do is become institutionalized because there's no room for growth there. You're gonna end up going in that revolving door. In that revolving door where you're gonna go in, come out, go in, come out. You're gonna go in, you're gonna do the same thing you did the last time you went in there, let the time pass and not do nothing. You're gonna come out and you're gonna go right back to the same environment, right back to the same people, places, and things, right back to the same behavior, and you're gonna commit another crime and go right back in. Perfect example, right? The rapper Casanova. Casanova, institutionalized, bro. He's been in jail for most of his life. The rapper Casanova 2 times, Gorilla Stone Nation, right, from Brooklyn. He's been in jail, you know, for multiple times coming up, right? He gets out, he commits another time, he comes back, right? Now look, because he was institutionalized, he wasn't able to disconnect even while he was achieving a high level of success. He wasn't able to set himself apart from people, places, and things. They got him wrapped up in a conspiracy, bro, in a RICO charge. This is an example of being institutionalized because if you're achieving a high level of success, right, and you're connected to Rock Nation, right, and you're going on tour with these artists, with Chris Brown, and you in that environment now where you nationally known, right, nationally known and internationally known, you got a great opportunity to change the trajectory of your life and your descendants for years and years and years to come. You got that one opportunity, but yet your mentality, your mindset calls for you and allows you to put yourself in harm's way around people because this is how I've been able to set myself apart and not be institutionalized. I don't put myself around people that I know doing negative activity or even think in a negative way. That they don't see nothing wrong with having a gun. That's a big, big, huge red flag for me. If I see that you don't have a problem with owning a gun, then I gotta stay away from you because that could potentially send me to prison for 20 years because of my history. If I see that you're able to hook up on somebody because they stepped on your shoe, I gotta stay away from you because I can end up losing my life because you might punch somebody in the wrong time at the wrong place. They got a gun that's gonna shoot back at us or that's gonna try to get back at you. And I'm sitting in the car with you, and now those bullets are coming to you in my direction. I could get hit. So, I choose to stay away from people that I see have that mindset, that they institutionalize. They just unwilling to change. They set in their ways. This is what it is, and they use it as a defense mechanism. Let me be rough. Let me show I don't care so people can respect me, so people wouldn't play with me. No, that's being ignorant. That's being ignorant if you try to say, I gotta be tough. I gotta show I don't care. I gotta let my wife know that I don't care so she could do whatever she wants to do and she could know and this and no, no, no. you gotta be right, bro. There's a right way and a wrong way. There's no gray area. It's
I,
black
I
and white. Either you
I
either
I think also a lot of times when it comes to being institutionalized, um, people, especially in prison, they get so caught up in the environment of prison or what they think prison's supposed to be like that they train themselves or they condition themselves or they brainwash themselves to go by the rules of the unwritten rules in prison, and
yes,
then they just bring those unwritten rules out
yes,
into
yes.
society that really have no bearance
No
on
bearing, no
being
bearing,
successful in society.
no bearing.
So you have to be able to separate reality from reality. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So while I was incarcerated, even though I know there were certain ways we supposed to carry ourselves up to a certain point in prison to avoid or whatever the situation may be while you're in prison, as far as giving respect and things of that nature. I didn't get so caught up to thinking that prison was like that's life, like that's the meaning of life. Like, no, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no,
I didn't do things in prison that I wouldn't have done in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like you would see guys say, man, I'm only doing this because I'm in prison. No, that's not the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to do it
yeah,
because it's the right thing to do.
yes, yes, yes.
So yeah,
Yeah,
man.
so
So
and one of the things I did, right? I went totally left, bro. I went from being in prison, right, with getting ready to fight at the drop of a hat, right, with always having my boots on. All of a sudden, I started going to religious services. I started going to church. I started holding prayer meetings inside my cell. I started walking in slippers up and down, and I started carrying myself a different way. I apologized to people that I had issues with within the prison, and a lot of people thought I lost my mind. But in all reality, I found myself. And I was no longer concerned about what you think. You see, I was worried because I was only concerned about where I was going and how what I had to do not to return back.
exactly, exactly. Yo, listen, man, we're gonna continue this, man. You know what I'm saying?
All
Because
right, perfect,
I got huh?
perfect, perfect. All right,
I
perfect.
got quite a few other topics that I want to. I got a whole bunch of topics that I want to, and expand on. So I want to hit you for like the next time. I think we did about 7 topics on this one.
Yeah.
We'll do another 5 or 7 on the next one, and then I got my man because I don't want to have the same person doing the whole
Hey, yeah, yeah.
the
That's all
whole
right.
whole video. So I'm gonna bring my man in on 1 or 2 of the topics too. I
All
mean a
right,
couple
all
of the
right.
topics too. So when you'll be available tomorrow?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Tomorrow, I'll let you know if in the morning or in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
just let me know, man, because I'm gonna be here. I'm
I'll
gonna be
send you a
here.
text. And then, how many books have you written after that, my brother? Ah,
I read like 5 books. I read like
look
5
at
books.
that. A published author